XRP is tightening up. The volume is drying up. And every time we see this setup, it's right before a big move. And XRP is either setting up for a big move up or a big move down. So let's map out exactly what's coming up next. Hello everyone, my name is JT and you're watching Black Box Trading. If you're new here, we talk about the biggest moves in crypto. We try and scour the charts to find the biggest opportunities. And we also have a cryptocurrency trading group. So if you don't know anything about crypto, you want to go from crypto zero to crypto hero, then definitely join the free trading community where we are sharing setups, we're sharing watch lists, we're sharing entries, exits, take profits. All of that is available for free. Check out the links down below or scan the QR code that's popping up on the screen right now. Now with the shills out of the way, let's get into the charts. We're going to start things off here on the daily chart just to take a look at this local consolidation. It's kind of wild that we're looking on the daily chart for a local consolidation, but that's what XRP's done over the last couple months. It hasn't done a whole lot. When we go and take a look at Bitcoin dominance has broken out of the channel and it is now completing a bearish test of that channel. So what that looks like is a break out of the channel and a completion of the bearish test. If we get follow through on this bearish test and take out that low, you're going to see that rotation take place into altcoins. And I think it's going to be the higher market cap altcoins that really see a lot of that initial wave of hype is going to go into those high market cap altcoins. So we're talking Doge, we're talking XRP, Chainlink, Ethereum, Sui, projects like that. So with that in mind, when we go and take a look at XRP, this is basically what we're looking at here. We're locked inside of this range. Right now, we're at the bottom of the range. If you're an XRP buyer, this is a good time to buy. We don't want to be buying at the upper end of the range, and it's a bit of a coin toss when you're in the middle of the range. This $2 support has been holding for nearly a year, 365 days. This is the area that does need to hold. If we lose this area, I would expect to see a retracement back down to the upper bounds of this long-term multi-year channel that began back in the beginning of the bull market in January of 2022. The bearish case scenario is a move down to, let's say, $1.25 with maybe even a wick getting to sub-dollar levels. Anything below sub-dollar just gets eaten right up. So I wouldn't be too worried if we ended up down at that level. But I'm more interested in the bullish case scenario. XRP has this kind of annoying technical behavior where it takes a leg up, gets a lot of people really excited. It's a very fast move, and then it just starts chopping sideways for a year. Not unlike what we've been seeing in Bitcoin recently. When you zoom out, let's go to the weekly chart. This is characteristic of what you see with XRP. Granted, I don't follow XRP too closely, but with my thesis in altcoins and seeing that rotation into the large cap alts, I think that we're going to be doing a couple of videos on those alts that I already mentioned, those high market cap alts. And this is the traditional MO of XRP. So you have a long, boring period followed by a big, exciting move up. I know this doesn't look like much on this chart, but that move, ladies and gentlemen, was a 10x. It was nearly a 1,000% move, followed by a long and exhausting sideways trading environment. This long sideways trading environment from the initial excitement was 200 days. Big fast impulse that nobody really gets in until they're buying the top. And then a long multi-month sideways consolidation. And then all of a sudden, a big news catalyst where you get this massive. This one, I don't anticipate us to get a similar result because this was a much smaller cap asset, but it did a 1,400% rally. And how long did it take to do that? 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. 1 month, 1,400%. Annoyingly fast. And then it has a big retracement, has a big bear market, and then it does it again. Long, boring sideways consolidation. Lose interest. The only people who are in XRP are the people who believe the vision of XRP. You don't have traders in here. The spread's not there. And you don't have tourists because you don't have the upside action. Then boom, out of nowhere. Big, exciting price action. It doesn't look like a big move, but when you do a measured move, it's a 280% move. It's significant. Followed by a multi-month consolidation. This one is very close to what we're seeing now. It has this double top formation inside of this consolidation. Then finally, there's a catalyst and it resolves. This one went up 200%. So you got a 200% resolve from the breakout of that point. So now let's fast forward to today. It's the same structure. It's the same structure over again, the same fractal. You have this long, boring consolidation that's not volatile enough for traders. It's not exciting enough for crypto tourists. Then boom, out of nowhere, you get this big, massive move up. It captures the attention of the market. And now everybody is talking about XRP to the moon. It happens in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks till the first preliminary supply line. This move, again, this was a 600% move up. Now we've got this double top formation, similar to back here, double top formation. We're looking for this change of trend and a breakout of that double top. So let's actually mark that over here, a breakout here. Let's go with just this line right here, breakout. So that's basically what we're waiting for on XRP. Let's draw that line. If you are an XRP bull, you need to see it clear $3.40. Once it's above 340 on volume with a narrative, I mean, it could easily go up 200% in a month. A lot of people have been talking about XRP to $10. Where does that bring us? If we're going from the mean of this consolidation up 200%, boom, you're just shy of that $10 mark. So I would not be surprised for XRP to be at $10 within a month of that initial move up, that initial breakout of that $3.40 level. Okay, so we've talked about the bearish technical level where if it breaks down, you know, we're looking at $1.20, $1.25 per XRP. And the bullish case scenario where it has that breakout and follows similar fractals of the past, we could see a rally that gets us up to a $10 XRP. Two things need to happen. First and foremost, coin dominance needs to be falling. You want to see red candles on this chart. Okay, so that's the first thing. We need to take out this low and we need to be, you know, moving down towards that 40% dominance. So that's checkbox number one. Secondly, there needs to be a narrative, an easily digestible cause as to why the performance of XRP is doing well currently and has much more upside ahead of it. The price is only as sustainable as the narrative. In a perfect scenario, given the ethos of XRP, it'll probably be some sort of large bank using the XRP ledger to settle stuff, although we get a lot of news that doesn't really move the price. But regardless, big narrative with ideally a date into the future where people are going to be really bullish. So let's say some hypothetical might be some country is saying that they're going to do a strategic XRP reserve, which I really don't find likely, but let's just pretend for the sake of conversation, because the important thing is the date into the future. So they say we're announcing an XRP strategic reserve and we're going to start accumulating XRP at the end of 2026. If you have a bullish narrative and you have Bitcoin dominance falling and you have XRP price climbing towards a date, you'll know that it will continue to rally up to that date because everybody in the herd is going to be buying in anticipation of that bullish day. And then when that bullish day comes, it will likely be the top and the price will fall from that point. But yeah, those are the ideal ingredients for what you're looking for in the XRP trade. If you're going to be trading this XRP setup, you're going to need to trade on an exchange that has deep liquidity, good tooling, and leverage if you know what you're doing with that. And that's why I trade on BitGet. If you have not traded on BitGet, they are offering up to $50,000 in sign-up bonuses. Not only does the exchange give you all of these benefits, but we give you benefits as well. Full access to our trading bots, full access to our Discord server, full access to our learning materials. And as always, these are just my opinions. I believe that 2026 is going to be a bullish year for Bitcoin. And I also think that 2026 is going to be an incredibly bullish year for altcoins. The altcoin season was stifled for the later stage of the 4-year cycle of Bitcoin. And I think it's being delayed until we can break the narrative of the 4-year cycle. Bitcoin will continue to higher levels, and then the altcoins are going to follow suit under the regulatory guidance and adoption of institutions to carry those prices to unimaginable levels, really. It's not financial advice. These are simply my opinions, but I've been in this market long enough to know that we haven't seen any of the top signals that we traditionally would expect from a sentiment and a technical point of view. We got a lot more upside, specifically with all of the clarity coming into the altcoin space. That space has not experienced the appreciation that it is due by this point. Quick recap. Area of control here between $2 and $2.20. This is the breakdown zone. If we break down from here, this is the area that you're going to be looking to accumulate. That $1 to $1.25 area is where I would anticipate it to fall. Bullish case scenario, we need a break above $3.30. Anywhere above this level on volume would be an area of interest for taking those spot long positions. Get cheeky and do some leverage longs here down at the support level, but I wouldn't be using leverage on a breakout trade for XRP. It's just too volatile. Right now, it looks like a good opportunity for a leveraged play with extending targets going all the way up to $10. Screenshot this, save it for later. Mark them, trade them. This is the playbook right here. That is all the time I have for today. If you guys enjoyed this content, please leave it a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave coin recommendations down below if you want me to take a look at some of the projects that you're more interested in. Don't forget to join the free Discord server. QR code popping up on the screen right now. It is an application process. We do need your email. We do need the reason as to why you want to join. There are limited spots right now. The door is pretty much fully open because sentiment is down and the bear market is here. So you don't have a lot of people coming into the Discord, but don't wait till the floodgates open and everybody's wanting to get into the Discord. Get in now, get your spot ahead of the herd. Until next time, please trade safe. It is jungle out there. Peace.